See, my co-host is Carrie Van, and we're both stressed because we're having technical difficulties again. Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Good morning to everyone. I see people commenting. Please keep commenting so we know you're there and we're still live.
You can hear us?
Yes, please, please, please. We have a great guest today. We need to stay live. You know what's on my mind, other than our great guest, is ChristNet. It's like the eve of the eve of the eve of ChristNet. I want to thank everyone who has been so supportive and gotten us all the things we need. We really appreciate it. If you got stuff from the donation board, follow the directions and bring your stuff in Sunday or Wednesday or whatever your little tag says. And we still need overnight volunteers, please. It's getting better, but we're not there yet. So we would really appreciate it. If you want to know what it's all about, just call me today and I'll talk you into it. How's that for advertising, Sue?
There you go. Together, we make a difference. So
Yes.
there we go. Well, the fellowship group, find that little graphic here. We're going on a road trip.
And there's been a couple changes.
Yep, there's a new date because the original date we wanted was sold out. So this is a popular show. So the fellowship group is going to Cornwall's Turkeyville, and we're going to see Nonsense on May 14th. And if you want to go, sign up now because you won't be able to go if you don't sign up. So sign up now.
You have to sign up now because tickets need to get purchased like literally in a week.
Yep.
So don't fool around. All right, there's the 4 Downriver Presbyterian churches are hosting a healing and wholeness service. If you've never been to one, they're beautiful and just a great time. That's going to happen on Sunday, April 5th at Allen Park Presbyterian Church. And we hope everyone joins in. We'll have more on that as we get a little bit closer. We don't want too many announcements today because we have a great guest.
Oh, we do. So we're running through them here.
Yes. At the speed of light, we're talking as fast as we possibly can.
I don't think we've ever babbled this fast before.
No,
All right. So also going on at Lincoln Park Pres is movie night. And that will be April 12th. It's a Saturday at 5 p.m. You can bring a snack and a non-alcoholic drink to enjoy. And it's going to be the movie 1973, a musical inspired by the story of Jesus. And it was later remade by John Legend. So that will be cool.
That will be cool. All right, let's bring Dave in.
Yes, let's bring Dave in.
We're still live.
Yeah, Dave and I were texting, well, and Carrie, all three of us were texting last night. Dave and I were having power problems. His went out 5 times. Ours only went out 4. So, yeah, we were like, oh my goodness, this is like, is it going to work in the morning or not? But hopefully we are on. Does it look like we're still on live, Carrie?
Yeah, we're still doing good. Why don't you introduce Dave while he's probably having problems getting on as well?
Hope not. So, well, Dave Gorgon is our guest today, and we are so thrilled to have him on the show. His resume reads like a highlight reel of dedication and impact. From retired City of Taylor communications director to former reporter and editor with the Mellus and Herald newspapers, and he's now a writer with Allen Park Today. His career is a masterclass in storytelling and service.
And that's just the beginning. Dave's also a board member with Fish and Loaves, volunteer communications director for the Junior League Baseball World Series. He's a member of the Taylor Historical Commission and the mastermind behind the Heritage Park Photo of the Day Facebook page, which is so cool. And let's not forget, you have a graphic for this, Sue. He's a proud recipient of the Paul Harris Fellow from the Rotary Club of Taylor for incredible volunteerism.
Yep.
There we go. We got that picture up. All right, so let's see if Dave can he hear us. I know he's in here.
See his name. He's muted. You're muted, Dave, if you didn't know that. If you're trying to talk to us, but we can't hear you because you're muted.
Does it mean that I'm happy that he's having problems like we did?
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Yay.
Hi, friends.
Hi, good morning to you. Glad we all have power and half our wits about us, and we're so happy to have you with us today.
Self.
It's an honor to be invited. Thank you. You guys do great work.
Hi
Thank
there.
you. I guess we could say the same for you, like double, triple, and I love people that do volunteer.
Well, I've never been called a mastermind of anything before, so I appreciate that.
All right. We got it. It's live. It's going to be recorded for all of infamy now.
Well, I am humbled by your introduction, and it's a pleasure to join you today.
Yeah, I kind of pulled a fast one on Sue, and if she could show a picture where Dave was giving Sue and David B. Goodwin an Ambassador of the Year award by the Southern Wayne County Regional Chamber. There we go.
I remember that day. That was great.
Yep, you probably didn't realize I was like a Facebook stalker, but I just couldn't resist.
Yeah, once it's on there forever.
Very funny.
Can't take it down. So
Well, you know how hard Suzanne works with the chamber and all throughout the downriver area. She and I go way back. I don't know, maybe before you were born, Carrie. It goes back a long way.
Oh, how flattering. That's so
Do you
nice.
remember how we met?
It was my children were playing hockey with the Gabriel Richard hockey team, and Sue, you helped us with our program book that year.
Right. And you, unfortunately, were the parent who had to get it all together that year to give
No,
me
it was
all.
great though. It helped us pay. That was the only year my longtime hockey playing sons didn't have an ice bill, and it was because of that book and because of a golf outing. So that was wonderful.
Yep, so
That's awesome. Sue has done a lot of good work with her graphic artist skills, that's for sure. She's done things with me forever and ever too. So
It turned out great.
yeah. So I don't know if we'll ever get to all the questions we have, but we'll just have to have you back another time. But I was wondering, what are some of your most memorable stories when you were a reporter for the Mellus and the News Herald, Dave?
There was something. Where do I start?
I know.
My favorite one, honestly, was living in Taylor. I went on a vacation and covered 10 states in 9 days. And I stopped in all kinds of places that had Taylor in the name. If there was a city in Indiana that had a Waffle House, that was the only thing that was open there. And it was Taylor, Indiana. And that was my postcard. I took a picture of it, and it was called Postcards from Taylor, but none of the Taylors were really our Taylors. And
Taylor was named after one of our presidents, so
exactly.
So other states kind of wanted to honor him too. So
I actually went to his birthplace in near Louisville, Kentucky, and where he was buried. He's buried there, his tomb and everything else. Yeah, so it's and I got to hold a tour of the historic house.
cool.
Right. So I know that you still have you were communications director. That's kind of my title, but you know that I have too, and I know what that's involved. But you're still writing, and you're still working with the Allen Park Today magazine, which we've done things with as well.
Yeah, it's a great publication. The Today publications, we have one in Taylor, they have one in Allen Park, where it's pretty much exclusively Allen Park news, Taylor news, that kind of thing. And it's, I don't know, they just tell all positive stories. You deserve to be on there. I'm glad you were. It's all good news, really.
Right. So is yours called something different, or are they all called the Allen Park Today magazine?
No, Taylor Today is the one in Taylor, but the one I write for is Allen Park Today.
Okay,
it's the
gotcha.
official city newsletter in Taylor.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's a great
Same magazine.
publication.
They have like 21 communities that they work with, because I used to work for them. So they cover a lot of cities.
Yeah,
Right.
and then I freelance for a bunch of newspapers in southern downriver, and I still, come Junior League World Series time, I feed the News Herald all the press releases we get, so that it's a year-round busy thing, and it's always what I wanted to do was write. I didn't want to work hard for a living, and didn't know how challenging this would be. Such a fun career.
Yes, and so you're a volunteer communications director for that junior league.
Everybody in the World Series, from the director down, is a volunteer. We have no paid employees. Our photographers are volunteers. Our the people that sell the souvenirs. There's so many volunteer opportunities every year, and we surely encourage people to come out and watch the games. It's August 3rd to 10th this year. Taylor's been the only city where the World Series has been played. We founded it 50 some years ago, and teams come from all over the world to play. You know, when you're 12 years old and you're a really good baseball team, you can play in the Little League World Series. When you turn 13 and 14 years old, you come to Taylor. So it's a worldwide international event, and Taylor actually has been really strong in it too. They received tons of support and wound up winning the United States Championship. So we're the defending United States champions, and it'll be coming out in August.
All right, so that's going to be everyone. Everyone has heard about that. That is an amazing, fun thing. People watch that for days. I heard
ESPN, right? I mean, it's a big deal, right?
It is. Well, it's not the Little League World Series. That's way more famous than we'll ever be, and part of that is by design. You know, the Little League is the granddaddy of them all, and they're the ones who are on. You can still get it on ESPN, but there is a small fee to watch it for the month.
Right. Is this true? I heard that the Super Bowl player Patrick Mahomes played in this World Series in the 13 and 14-year-old league.
People are surprised to hear that, but you know, kids, they play multiple sports growing up, and he was an outstanding baseball player. His dad actually played for the Yankees, and he was a pitcher. And so Patrick came up with the team from Texas. They won that year, and they played in Taylor, and they played in. And people are shocked that the same guy.
Oh, you froze. Oh no.
Just give him a second. He'll unfreeze, hopefully.
Unfreeze.
While Davis froze, hopefully he'll unfreeze. I am going to talk about. Oh, he's gone. All right, keep an eye out for him, Sue, and see if he can get right back in. There he is. All right.
I was frozen on my end.
All right, we didn't miss a beat.
Okay.
We didn't miss a beat. We just babbled for a few minutes. So another thing that you are highly invested in, and you sit on the board, is for Fish and Loaves. And I know that I mean, everyone watching, I'm hoping, is familiar with Fish and Loaves. We've been a supporter for years ourselves, but I know there's a huge event coming up in March 12th at Crystal Gardens. Can you tell us a little bit? I think it's called the annual 250 Club reverse raffle. What does that mean?
Yes, we started it last year. It's one of those things where you buy tickets. They limit the amount of tickets to 250. And then everybody who buys a ticket, they call out numbers one after another, and the last one standing wins $5,000.
Wow.
Or if there's, say, 5 left, they can agree among themselves to split the 5,000. But it's a huge fundraiser for us, and it's very important because we fed. There it is, 50. I'm surprised by all the things that come up. Well, you see it there, but we've given away 3.4 million pounds of food at Fish and Loaves last year, and the only way we do it is through fundraisers, grants, donations, big food drives, collections, things like that, and it really goes a long way. This is also a fun event, though. It comes with dinner, an open bar. You know, the chances of winning, you know, you can win leave with $5,000. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really cool raffle idea. It's got to get kind of dicey at the end when you're down to 5. Like,
it's very intense. Yes.
Right. Do you want to work together, or do you want to go for the whole thing? But I mean, we have a food pantry too, and the need is great. And I mean, think about what he said, everyone. 3.4 million pounds of food. That helps like 50,000 people in the area. And it takes a lot to do this. It's an everyday thing. We know that, and I'm sure Dave knows that too. So
we're the largest client choice pantry in Michigan. And what I mean by client choice is you walk into our pantry on North Line Road, and it's like a store. There's stuff on the shelves, there's stuff in the freezers, in the refrigerators, and you pick what you want, and it's free. You get to go 6 times a year. It's all income driven, so it's based on what you make. And our motto is ensuring that no one goes hungry. So that's our goal. We also have a Saturday giveaway where you line up on Saturdays and go through a line. That's usually feed over 800 people that way. And then we have other ways to give away food too. We have emergency food if you need one. And I remember a Taylor house that had a power failure, and while the lady was in the hospital, and came home and found out all her food went bad. And so we hooked her up with, maybe 100 pounds of food and, things that she could use right away. So that was great. So it's a saving thing for all kinds of people.
Yeah, I've taken our youth group there before, and I would just love like the supermarket feel of it, because there's a lot of dignity involved with being able to pick like a can of corn versus a can of green beans and having some type of choice in your life.
Well
And
put.
yes, and then the behind the scenes, it's just a wonderful, love it, love it, love it. So I'll
Yeah,
try to support Fish and Love, so you can do it in a fun way and maybe even win a great prize.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm so looking forward to it. It's actually on my birthday, so I'm sure that, they planned it that way on purpose, so we can have a
Right.
lot of fun on my
Sure.
birthday.
Yes, we could have a double thing to celebrate that day. So
And
that's
they're
really
all going to point at you.
With 250 of my closest friends.
exactly. Another thing that I did not know, and Suzanne told me, is that you're the operator of the Heritage Park Photo of the Day Facebook page. I love that page.
Oh, thank you.
Love
It's
it, love it.
It's a labor of love. It's just a hobby that I started when I retired from the city. I live by the park, and there's so many cool things going on. And it's all about the people, places, or people, events, and scenery, of course, because it's a beautiful park.
Lovely.
And I'm telling you, as many Taylor people as I've photographed there are just as many non-residents that use the park, walking, going to see the petting farm, coming to the special events, the summer festival for fireworks, the World Series, which is also played there.
Right.
So I take all these pictures and I try to get one. I just try to get one on there every day. Sometimes I take a bunch one day and it'll be like a dozen, so I
Right.
might miss a few days. So, but it's really kind of a living history of the park. And, it's our central park, really.
Yeah, it's a great page. It's like 9,000 people follow this page. It's just a joyful page. I will post a link to everything we are talking about in the comments.
Oh, God
Um,
bless.
yeah, when the show is over, so that you can do everything we're talking about.
Well, thank you so much. And, again, stop by Heritage Park. They've got a summer concert series that's fantastic. Very similar to Allen Park's, similar bands, and it's super cheap. We think it's the best deal in town. It's at the Taylor Conservatory, where they have, just beautiful flowers and plants, and it's a gathering place for so many people.
That's so nice.
Well, and speaking of history, you're involved at the Taylor Historical Commission too, aren't you?
Yes, we do so much as a commission and society together. We have separate groups. A lot of the same people interact with both, and they have if you've been to Heritage Park, they have the historic village in there, and so they have open houses at many of the buildings, so you can see what it looked like back in the day. Many old artifacts. We got our Taylor Historical Museum that's there, and it's just like the perfect place for history. I remember when Heritage Park had the grand opening, and Congressman Dingell was there, Mayor Preby, and it was just who knew it would grow to what it is today. It's fantastic park.
Now that's
Lovely.
maybe everyone needs to like circle back and visit this park this summer. Or now it's beautiful weather out now. Yeah. I feel like if every city had a Dave like you, every city would be doing so much better. It seems like you just care about your community so much. And you have even won a Paul, I don't know if it's won, earned a Paul Harris Fellow recognition from the Rotary Club of Taylor. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Sue? I think you have a graphic too.
Yeah, I showed it before, but I can put it back.
All right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was very surprised to get it. Terry Fritz, who's very, very active in the Taylor Conservatory, and I were honored to get it that year. And it was 5 years ago. And they host the mayor's State of the City address. So the graphic you're seeing is a picture taken during the State of the City address. And they gave me a little pin, see the pin on the lapel, and it's the highest honor that Rotary gives out every year. And it's just so flattering. And I was so humbled. And surely there's more worthy people than me, but I guess it's their city, it's my city, that kind of thing. And I just I was so surprised when they told me that I was going to get it.
There's nothing more exciting than being truly surprised. You know what I mean? You're just not expecting something at all. And it's like, wow, like what an honor that is.
If I could do one thing over that day, I would have given a better acceptance speech.
Yeah. Everyone says that because you have it all in your head. And then when you're caught off guard, you're like, well, thank you very much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You sit back down
But
and you're like, why did I say that?
I would have really pushed for the need for volunteerism in so many of our walks of life. I mentioned Fish and Loaves. Without the volunteers, I don't know what we would do there. The Junior League World Series takes hundreds of volunteers every year just to make a great, memorable experience for the people that come from all over the world. The conservatory, always looking for volunteers. Without the volunteers, you would not see the plants and the flowers that they have there. So, there's all kinds of ways to volunteer in your community. Rotary is one of the exceptional groups in Taylor and in various cities that are lucky to have a Rotary Club. And Taylor's does so much. I'm not even a Rotarian, but I push them, promote them like crazy because all the great work they do.
Yeah, and that was, you answered my question and I didn't even get to ask it to
I
you.
was going to ask too.
I know because like I've been like for at least 2 months now, like highly trying to recruit. They're probably so sick of hearing me trying to recruit volunteers for something I'm doing next week, starting on Sunday. And I know it's like it seems like every year, like after the pandemic, people were super generous with their money because they didn't spend it on anything. What would be your advice to give to someone who's looking to get involved with their community? And can people be involved like with these things you've been talking about? Do you have to live in Taylor or can you not
No,
be? Okay.
you can live wherever. Well, the Historical Commission is for Taylor residents, but the society is for people all over. One of our most active members, a guy named Tom, is an Allen Park resident. So he's right there on the front, and he's on the board for the society. The Junior League World Series, we draw people from everywhere, and you don't even have to be a baseball fan. You just have to be friendly and believe in the cause, believe in your area, and want people to have a great time. And like I said, make memories. For some kids, they've told me they've grown up and said this is the most memorable vacation I ever took. And they're in Taylor for a week, so they're staying in our hotels, they're eating at our restaurants. Although we do have a volunteer that actually feeds the kids. So, but the families, they come along and that type of thing. So I would suggest that go to the Facebook page or the World Series website and get, for starters, or reach out to me and I'll get you to the right guy. Dan Bazura is the director of the World Series. He followed in his dad's footsteps, who was the founder and the director for decades. That's how I got involved, was because I knew Greg, his dad, and Greg got me involved. And then from there, it's just grown. But we never have enough volunteers. There's always something to do. Again,
All right.
Go ahead.
How can people get a hold of you? Can I share your email address or something
Sure. That'd be great. Yeah.
I will do that.
Okay.
Anyone so I don't know if people get anxious about doing new things. And I always tell them, like, whatever you're working on, whatever cause, like, it's good what you've done, but it changes you as well.
Right.
It's
For
Right.
Fish and Loaves, I meant to, I didn't mean to talk over you, but Fish and
Oh.
Loaves, all you have to do is go to the pantry. It's on Northline Road, near the Lakes of Taylor Golf Course. It's on Northline between Telegraph and Beach Daily, but it's a lot closer to Beach Daily. And there's a picture of a fish on our sign, Fish and Loaves.
Right.
And
great
you can
place
go right
to-
in there and tell them what you want to do. If you have a group, like we have businesses go in there and volunteer, they stock the shelves, they pass out the food on the weekends, and everybody's got a different role, and it works so well as a team, and they know they are important. And again, it's all volunteerism. We provide a couple lunches a year as a thank you, and that's not nearly enough, but without the volunteers, you're kind of cooked, really.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll
Well,
try to get a group from to go soon.
Yeah, Kara was talking about next week, and you and I were talking before that we're the host church for ChristNet,
Right.
and we are still looking for volunteers, especially men, especially for the overnight shifts. If
So
there are
we
men out there,
yeah.
especially that would like to volunteer next week, you can get into your volunteering right away.
Yes, after you heard all this wonderful thing about volunteering, you should be going right now and signing up.
That's right.
So Dave, I think you have a lot on your plate and you have so many great things to look forward to. But is there any upcoming project or goal that you're really excited about that you haven't shared?
Well,
with
for
anyone?
today, our grandchildren have the day off, so we may go to the movies.
All
Oh,
right. I love
Downriver's
that.
most famous grandson and most famous grand twins.
Ooh.
The grand twins are here right now, and they want to go. They're being super quiet and super good.
Aw.
So hopefully we'll go there. But on a business thing, I guess I would say the 250 Club ticket sales are going, but the event is on the 19th, and I'm not sure how many people are going to see. I know your show runs forever, but March 2025 is the event at Crystal Gardens. Doors open at I believe 6. Tickets are $150, but all the money goes to either the people that are there or to Fish and Loaves directly. And I can't thank people enough that participate in this.
Okay, great. So that's the one thing I did not know is how much the tickets are. So the tickets are
Yes.
$150. We'll be sure to promote all of the stuff on our page and wherever we can. All
We
right. Well,
appreciate it so much. Thank you so much, guys.
yeah.
all right. Well,
Bye,
you can,
so
yes, you can come back and be,
for you.
Say it
you can
again?
come back.
I did. I picked a scripture for you, so
Oh, thank you.
but you wouldn't tell me which one you wanted, so I picked
Well, as
one
long as it was about kindness, that's what I mentioned. It had to be, is it?
about kindness. Yeah, it's kind of. It's Acts 20, verse 35, and it is. And I have been a constant that's not showing it right. Let me share it properly here. There we go. Acts chapter 20, verse 35. And I have been a constant example of how you can help those in need by working hard. You should remember the words of the Lord Jesus. It is more blessed to give than to receive.
How perfect.
Thank you.
Dave.
That's beautiful. And it's I'm blessed to be with you. You guys have a great show. I was watching some of your episodes, man. Dave
Fun,
Tampson and I are great friends. I never knew he was on there, and until you shared all the links and that. What a great selection of guests, and they're from all over, and they all tie in to goodness. It's wonderful. The good news needs to get out there.
I know, because we will interview anyone, and we love supporting the community. We like because we have a lot of people that follow after on YouTube because a lot of people are working. But yeah, we love to know about everything that's going on. We don't stick just to our city. We like to stick all over the place. So, Dave, you can come back anytime,
Oh,
and
thank you. You
you
guys are
have
great.
you have all of my contact information. If you want something promoted, just let us know.
Oh, thank you so much. You guys, I've seriously been blessed. And Suzanne, good talking to you again. We do need a new pointing picture for your,
We do.
anytime.
Are you saying I've aged some since the last
No,
one?
no, you look beautiful. Are you kidding me? You look the same.
Yeah, you're very famous for posting the birthday, right?
Points, yeah.
Stay away from me. I hate taking photos.
I get
Okay.
that
So,
once in a while, but I
right.
try to get as many as I can.
I've run for years, but occasionally he
Yeah.
gets me. So,
All right, Dave. Well, Sue's going to run through our closing comments. If you want to get with those grandkids and get ready to start picking a movie, we understand. Come back anytime, and much success in the Fish and Loaves fundraiser and everything we've talked about today.
I can't thank you guys enough. Great questions. And I look forward to running into you next time.
Anytime you want to come back, you're welcome. Just let us know.
Okay. God bless.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
if you would like to learn more about the good news of Jesus Christ, be sure to join Pastor Tim for devotions. He's live at 9:30 Monday through Thursday on Facebook. And if you'd like to join us Sundays at 10 for worship, it is live streamed on Facebook and YouTube, or you can come in person in our lovely sanctuary in Allen Park, Michigan. And as we've already said, if you'd like to be a guest with Carrie and I on a Friday of your choice, so you can share your message and connect with the community, contact us for details at allenparkpres.org, events, the good news. And we hope you'll join us for the next Good News Live at 9, which will be March 28th. There's no show next week because we're all involved with hosting ChristNet. And if you can help, especially the overnight shifts, so Carrie doesn't have to do them all, please. Men are especially needed. And until then, remember, you are a beloved child of God, and God loves you, and so do we.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day, and thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for being with us. Bye.
Bye.